the Yep, I Like Wrestling podcast. You see what I did there?
Are you gonna start?
Oh, yeah. Yep, I like wrestling.
Greetings from parts unknown. Oh my goodness, this is the greatest former general manager in Yep, I Like Wrestling history. I know this is weird. Today I am joined by...
The incredible intern Nez.
Oh, Nezzy, look at us.
Yeah, I know. It's been a while, right?
Oh my god,
yeah.
so good to have you back. You are my favorite, and it's just you and I today. This is amazing. Oh, I love it.
Never thought this would happen. It's great.
Yes.
It's great.
First things first, let's take our pants off. You know this is how we do our podcast, darling. So, you know what? Fuck Royal Rumble. Let's talk about other shit.
Fuck Royal
Yeah,
Rumble.
I mean, no one watches WWE. Oh,
Yeah, come
wait.
on. Nobody
oh,
does
God.
it
Oh,
anymore.
Jesus. Oh, dear. Look at this. Oh, brother.
Here we go.
Yo, what the fuck, man?
Jesus.
Why you guys starting without me?
Sonny, you are late, sir. You
No,
are
well,
late.
I'm
You're-
late because I can be fucking late whenever I want.
Oh, my God.
Here we
Whoa.
go.
I don't
Oh,
like the
Lord.
new change in our...
Yeah, what the fuck?
Listen, I can get here whenever I want.
Oh,
Whoa.
my. Excuse
Oh,
us,
Jesus.
Vinnie Mac. I apologize.
Yeah, listen,
So-
my name ain't Vinnie Mac. It is Sonny F. Sofrito.
Oh.
And the
Oh.
F stands for fucking Sofrito.
Sonny fucking so free. That sounds gross.
That sounds, yeah.
It's like American Pie. Remember he was fucking
Yeah.
apple pie? That's what that sounds like. Well, introduce yourself. I am also joined by...
Sonny F. and Sofrito.
Oh, dear.
What's going on here?
Is it
Hey, I came back,
2020?
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa. What?
he's a little rough around the edges now.
A little bit.
Goodness.
Oh, okay, great. All right, cool.
Well, gentlemen, welcome.
What's up? What's good?
It's been a while since it was just the three of us.
Yeah. And you know what? Before we move forward with this train wreck of a podcast,
Oh, dear.
is
Is it the D train?
no.
Yes.
Let's get serious for a second. We want to give our heartfelt sympathies and condolences out to the Bryant family, as well as to the other families that perished in the helicopter crash that happened on Sunday. It was a total shock to all of us. And, you know, the Yep, I Like Wrestling group was something that was created from the Basketball Binge group on Facebook. And a lot of the members are big basketball fans, and, you know, we all felt it, and it definitely set us in a different direction that made us really reflect on, you know, the good things and what to be thankful for in life.
So true. You know, actually, I'm going to hand this over to the intern Nez because basketball is more your life. So, how do you feel about this, sir?
Well, what was it? Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, I got the news. My father called me for the first time, and I don't even know.
Oh,
Whatever.
shout out to
Shout out
absent
to-
fathers.
Yeah,
yes.
shout out to absent father.
Yes.
Wow.
Hi, Daddy.
His favorite player was Kobe. So then he texts me that, and I'm thinking that he's over here just joking around.
Yeah.
Maybe he got himself crossed over. That's what he's saying. He died on the. But then
Yeah,
when I
because
saw
you
it-
don't expect
yeah.
it. Like it still feels like even though it happened on Sunday, and there's been so much news coverage, it's still kind of hard to kind of believe that it actually happened.
Yeah, and it's over. It's everywhere, so you can't just not acknowledge it. You know.
True. I know you are much more of a LeBron James fan, but I'm sure Kobe meant something to you. Weren't they on the same team? I don't know football, but is
No. They
No,
were never on the same team. If anything, Kobe beat LeBron's ass a couple of times.
Wait,
See, this is-
weren't they both Lakers?
No, not at the same time.
But that's the same team, Sonny.
No, but they're not. Dude,
They-
there are other teams in the league.
But they were
Kobe-
each a Laker.
Yeah, but Kobe
Now,
retired. And
yeah.
now they were. But Kobe retired. So.
You all just will not let me be right.
No, of course not.
Honestly, yeah, with the whole Kobe situation and the LeBron, obviously I felt some type of way about it because, you know, it's a tragic thing, but I also, like, damn, I fucking hated Kobe.
Yo, you know what? Also, for real, I used to hate Kobe to death. But here's where the level of respect comes in. I hated Kobe because of the fact that he used to devastate the Knicks so many times.
Oh, shout out to the Knicks. They
But
all
the-
work at Forever 21.
You know what? That I allow because
Yeah.
that is
Oh,
exactly right. When they're not practicing, they're working at Forever 21 because they fucking suck. But no, seriously, you know, Kobe was so good that, you know, just as a player, I hated him to death. But then when you start seeing him in the interviews and you start getting to kind of get an idea of who he was as a man, it was so painful for me not to hate him after a while because it was like, yo, this dude is actually a very insightful guy, and he had a charisma about him that made me want to watch when he had an interview on. Like Jimmy Kimmel did a show on Monday after he died where basically they had no studio audience, and what they did was they just played past appearances of Kobe Bryant on the show. And I saw a lot of those in the past when they happened, and it was like a real reminder of, wow, this guy was really, really interesting.
Well, yeah, for me with the whole LeBron situation, the only reason I despise Kobe, I want to say, is because he was, always busting LeBron's ass at the time. So it was kind of
He busted a
hard.
lot.
Shout out to LeBron
Okay.
James if you're listening. I forgive you. Now,
I love you.
but yeah, that's how Nez and I are related. That's Nez's daddy. That's my ex-husband, but I still love him. In any event, to be serious for a second, I obviously do not watch basketball. However, I do know who Kobe Bryant is, and I know him as a father of 4 beautiful girls. So my heart goes out to his poor wife, Vanessa. I know they had their little hiccup back in the day in 2000, but for some reason it looks like they were able to be stronger, move past it, and then give birth to this beautiful kingdom of princesses.
Yeah.
So it's just for her to lose her husband as well as her firstborn. The poor woman must be devastated. So my heart goes to Vanessa Bryant as well as the entire family.
And speaking of that, I just want to quickly bring up the whole Gigi thing.
Yeah.
I didn't want this to be so hard, and because I can have a vivid, imagination of what went down. Just imagine how much Kobe felt that he couldn't protect his daughter.
It's terrible.
At that one moment that you
Yeah.
should be able to protect, he couldn't.
I mean, to just kind of go that on to break down and think about how that it's just too heartbreaking to even go forward. But
Yeah.
like we said, our condolences to the Bryant family and to
The other families.
other families of those who perished. It was 9 in total, and rest in peace.
Sincerest condolences. Sonny, I'm actually just going to take this time to be a little bit more serious, if you will allow me, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, for all of our listeners out there, we do this. We've been doing this for almost, 2.5 years, almost 3 years.
114 episodes counting this one.
Shout out to 114.
Actually, I'm sorry, counting is, if we count the episode 0 that we did, which was like the teaser episode, it's actually 115.
We've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
We all have a good time, but there comes a time in your life when, Sonny, you've got to move on. So, I just want you all to know, gentlemen here with me and people listening at home, this podcast is going to be my last one, where I can make fun of the Bella twins because they're both fucking pregnant, Sonny.
No fucking way.
They are both pregnant. I can no longer make fun of Nikki Bella being barren because she's going to gotten pregnant. So this is the last episode I can make fun of the Bellas.
Yo, wait, who knocked up Nikki? Hey, you know what? Say that shit five times fast. Who knocked up Nikki?
So as you all know, Bree is married to Daniel Bryant, and this will be their second child. And now Nikki is also pregnant by Daniel Bryant. So it's gross, Sonny, but now they're both pregnant.
I don't think that's right.
No, that's how it works when you take sisters. When
No,
you
no,
take
wait,
well,
wait.
Naomi's married to both Usos,
Well,
so
wait,
Daniel
hold
Bryant's
on.
married to both Bellas.
Wait, let me Google this. Hold on. Wait. No, that's not it. That's
Type in ho. and see
No,
what comes up.
no. That's wait. She's with the dude from Dancing with the Stars. What the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
Gay as fuck, son.
Yo, dude, I was the one that told you about with him and Ricky Martin that he was doing the whole thing and he was scared to meet Ricky Martin and shit. He was like, oh my god,
No.
he was literally gonna cry when he met Ricky Martin, bro.
Gay, Sonny.
Congratulations to Nikki.
You gotta have a gay
And Artem.
baby.
And yeah.
His name is Artem. Hey, yo, I ain't gonna front. I used to watch Dancing with the Stars. until World of Dance came on, and I'm like, fuck Dance with the Stars. But
And it turns out that she and her sister are both due within 2 weeks. They had sonograms. Bree saw her baby. It's another girl. Nikki saw her baby. It was a disco ball, so that means the baby's gay. And suddenly, I can't. Oh my God! Suddenly, that takes away half my jokes. I can't make fun of the Bellas any longer.
Yo.
So you know what this means? John Cena has no semen because he couldn't put a baby in that for years.
yo, wait, let me just break down one little thing. When I found out about Nikki and Brie, right?
Yes.
I was on WWE.com. So from left to right, I see, you know how like they'll have like 4 photos with like the name of the article underneath. So it was a photo of something, I don't even remember what it was at the time. I think maybe it had to do with,
7?
no, it was about like the tag team championships or whatever. Then it was a photo with John Cena with like a really angry look on his face. Then it was Brie and Nikki, and then it was like something else. And then it was like I watched the photos from left to right, but then I read the captions from right to left, so that I saw, whatever the first one was. Then I saw Nikki and Brie both pregnant, and then I see John Cena talking about he says what his new role is in Fast 9 or whatever the fuck it is. But I still can't get over seeing the picture of an angry John Cena next to a very delightful Nikki and Brie. It was just like, yo, somebody in WWE.com has such a sense of humor
For real.
that it's just like, yo, they did this shit on purpose.
John was with Nikki for over 3 years, and never once did she get pregnant. Boom, the first gay boyfriend, and now she's knocked up. So Cena's semen, you can't see his semen either, obviously.
That's why she never got pregnant.
That's why she never got pregnant. So it's like, yo. So John Cena's very upset. He cares nothing about the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah,
which is probably what they called him in bed. That's why she didn't get pregnant, because he was too fucking fast. Shout out to the guys who come quick. But it's like, it's terrible. It's terrible, Sonny. So what am I gonna do? I can't make fun of the Bellas anymore. They both have babies.
It's hilarious that they planned this. You can tell they planned this. They
Daniel
planned
Bryan
this
was
shit.
hitting it hard.
Man.
From room to room, Sonny. It was gross. It was gross. Sonny.
Was you doing the running from the turnbuckles?
Oh,
back
that's
and
how
forth?
he did it. He hits every turnbuckle in the house, and everyone's pregnant. I feel sorry for the dog.
Yes. He screams yes the whole time.
Yes, well, not as loud as Nikki screamed it because she was getting a little old. Sonny, that's my last Nikki Bella joke. Oh, I'm empty, Sonny. Can we move on to the Royal
Is it
Rumble?
really the
please?
last one?
It is, because I can't make fun of her not having a man. Well, technically, she does have a man. But now I can't make fun of her being barren, because now there's a baby there. And now that Bree's on her second, it's like, oh, wow.
Oh, geez.
Daniel Bryan
Yeah.
really does love you. Fuck. So what am I going to talk about, Sonny? I'm at a loss.
We talk about Kelly taking Sasha Banks' role.
Oh, dear. Speaking of empty feelings, Sasha was backstage at the Rumble. And the agent was like, nah, sis, you sit right there. We'll be right back. And she sat in the corner all night long, and no one looked at her. You ever been in trouble and no one looks at you, Sonny, because everyone knows you're in trouble?
Yeah.
That's what Sasha
Yeah, I
was.
definitely
Yeah,
been there.
that's so sad. That used to be my ex-girlfriend. But
Shout out to ex-girlfriend.
Shout out to
That's
all the
what I
exes
go,
out
man.
there.
Not all of them, but
No,
some of them.
Yeah, some.
There's no good exes. There are no good exes.
That's why they're an ex.
That's why they're an ex.
Yeah.
So let's get to the Royal Rumble, gentlemen. Let's talk about our highs, our lows, some of our in-betweens.
You know what? I'll tell you what was one of my highs. The viewing party we had at Jack Dempsey.
Shout out to Jack Dempsey's.
Everything went well. Everybody was taken care of. Everybody ate. Everybody had a great time. Everybody spazzed out when they saw Edge show up.
The Rated R Superstar.
Teddy was running around with his bullhorn and hat.
Oh, I do love that bullhorn, Sonny.
Yeah.
I do.
Um,
Thank you to all of you who came out to Jack Dempsey's. Thank you
right, it
for
was fun.
supporting the Yep brand and, Jack Dempsey's. It was good. Sir, did you see the Royal Rumble?
Of course I did, and it was something.
Did you like it?
I loved it, actually.
Good,
Great.
good.
Well, I'll discuss it in a little bit.
So, Sonny, take us with. What were some of your highs of the actual program?
My high was seeing Edge come back.
Oh,
Definitely.
somewhere Beth Phoenix is pissed off because she has to pay back all that insurance money now. She's pissed.
It's funny because they actually posted up photos from backstage on WWE.com, and she does look pissed in one of the photos. Like, you see, now we got to pay this shit back, you fucking asshole.
Because you know someone at Metro Health Plus was watching the Royal Rumble like, oh, for
This
real?
motherfucker's healed.
Okay. Let's just click this switch right now. So Beth is tight.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was in Newark. Shout out to Newark. Did the place erupt when Edge came out?
Oh, that's right. You had left already.
I
right?
did leave.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not allowed outside after dark, Sonny. You've been to Newark. You know what happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Shout out to Thriller. Sonny, did the bar go crazy when Edge came out?
Crazy is a bit of an understatement.
Oh.
Okay.
It was, I would say, it was on par with when AJ came out.
Oh, shout out
it
to
was-
AJ Lee.
Yeah,
She's
I'm-
12.
No, not AJ
No?
Lee, AJ
Oh,
Styles.
AJ Styles. He's
Yeah.
50, Sonny.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of AJ Styles, did you notice how he got speared by Edge, and he landed awkwardly on his shoulder?
Yeah.
And the rest of the match, when you see AJ's in a corner, and it's like they're basically waiting for him to kind of like, you have it because there's other action going on in the ring. But if you pay attention to where AJ Styles is at, you have two trainers go over to him. You have some other people, some refs go over to him, and they're talking to him, and he's holding his I think it was his left shoulder.
Yeah, it was his left.
Yeah. So then later on, you could tell that he's talking to some of the other guys in the ring.
Yeah.
And then that was when Edge picked him up and threw him out. And when he threw him out, when I first saw him being thrown out of the ring, I thought it was a mistake.
That's what I thought too.
That he was maybe supposed to hold on to the rope to then get himself back in. But nah, you go back and you look, it's like, no, this dude was hurt.
Sonny, his career in the WWE was only 5 years, but we have to remember he's no spring chicken. He's been
No.
doing this for many years. So
Yeah.
if he gets hurt, I hate to say it, but it may be about time.
It was really weird to see him get eliminated. You can tell it was a weird elimination. You can tell something was wrong with him. And
Besides
it was
his
insane.
hair? No?
Besides his hair.
Besides his hair? Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He looks like Dixie Carter. I was very confused, Sonny. I say, isn't Dixie still a TNA? I don't know, Sonny.
Not really, but yeah.
Oh, shout out to Dixie Carter. She works at Dairy Queen. Speaking of queens.
And owns it.
Oh, she knows everything. Shout out to capitalism.
Yeah.
Sonny, so
What was your highlight?
the feeling, the glow, Sonny.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw you fucking prancing around. And
Oh, whenever I twerk and fist bump in public, you've got to know I'm having a good time, Sonny.
shit. Yeah, prancing. Yeah.
What I do is my business. I made $10 in tips that night, so I don't have to ask your permission, sir. However, for me, the Royal Rumble women's contest
Yes.
was a failure.
Why?
What?
They
Really?
booked it wrong.
How did he book it wrong?
They booked it wrong, Sonny. That you know it. They did it. They
How?
booked it wrong. Okay, so first off, there was no Nia Jax at all. Big fail. Secondly, don't get me wrong,
I'm holding back the jokes.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking of
there was no Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Big fail. Don't get me wrong. You know I love the Flair family. However, Charlotte is bigger than winning the Royal Rumble. She's on her 10th championship. She's beaten Trish Stratus. She's at that point where she doesn't need a belt. She's bigger than the belt. So her winning the Royal Rumble was almost a waste because she's already over. We could have given that spot to someone else. Charlotte won. She eliminated Shayna Baszler, who really was actually scheduled to win. There's an article where Shayna Baszler was scheduled to win 30 minutes before showtime. Vince McMahon changed his mind.
You were telling me about that.
So, they booked that wrong. When it came to the legends, all we got was Mighty Molly. And don't get me wrong, I love Molly, but where was Victoria?
Yeah.
Victoria could have came out. Jacqueline could have. We could have had more legends. All we got was Mighty Molly, so that
well,
was a
we got
fail
Kelly
for me.
Kelly.
I'm sorry, you don't count Kelly Kelly as a
Kelly
legend?
Kelly. Yeah.
I said legends.
Yeah, but
No.
she was a legend
No. What?
in her own mind.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happens on 42nd Street is that issue, but no, she's no legend. So as I said,
Well,
Mighty Molly was
40,
the only one.
42nd Street is kind of cleaned up, so you mean
Oh, shout out to the old Times Square.
I mean Hunts Point.
Shout out to Hunts Point, Sonny. Hookers and Kelly Kelly.
And you know what else is on Hunts Point?
Fruit.
Whoa.
See what I did there, Sonny?
Yeah, I see what you did there. But also chopped cheeses are up there.
Sonny, pause the podcast because I want to talk to you seriously. Yo, bro, you ever had a chopped cheese? Franklin?
Yo, I love chopped cheeses.
My nigga, let me tell you, right? Yo, I'm 39 years old, right? For the first time in my life, today, I had a chopped cheese. Yo,
No,
son,
no, come on, seriously, you
first time in my life.
You never had a fucking chopped cheese before,
Today was
It's
my
insane.
first time.
That's
dude.
ridiculous.
Isn't your
my
family
God.
from the fucking Bronx?
Shout out to Mummy, who still lives in the Bronx. But yo, my nigga, let me tell you, chopped cheese. I had one for the first time today. If you got all my exes in a room, none of them have hit me the way that chopped cheese hit me.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It was so good, Sonny.
Yo,
Like, I
me and
was-
Allison used to have a fucking reliable spot for chopped cheeses that was off the hook,
First
man.
of all, I was in the ghetto. I was in Brownsville. So,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
Fucking niggas
Let-
galore.
But let me ask you, did they have bulletproof front?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, well,
Yeah.
the thicker the bulletproof, the better the chopped cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Put
It
that
was-
on a shirt.
It was ghetto.
You know what? That's for real.
Ghetto as fuck. And the guy was like, yo, I got you. You hungry? I got you. And I'm thinking, oh, God, he's going to shoot me. But then he gives me this chopped cheese. First time ever. Best thing I've ever eaten, Sonny. Best thing.
Wow.
Yes, good stuff. Okay, turn it back on. Let's get back.
All right.
So, Sonny, the women's female battle royal, terrible. They booked it all wrong. No Rousey, no Nia, no legends. Charlotte didn't need it. She won it. So the highlight for me was Naomi with her fine ass coming out because
Yeah.
she hadn't been wrestling since June. I wasn't expecting her to come back, and she looked amazing, Sonny. She had ass, she had body, and you know I love an afro, Sonny. There's nothing in this world I love more than an afro except for chopped cheese. Sonny, the hair was everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now,
But, I mean, so what number did she show up?
I'm not exactly
Like,
certain.
like 15 or something like that?
She was in the middle.
In the middle.
She arrived, but her ass is still on its way. Like, only half her ass is there. Like, her hair came in on Southwest, but her ass is on British Airways. So, the rest of the ass will be there by WrestleMania. So, just so you know. But she looked amazing. I
She
lost
look-
it.
She looked great. She looked great.
I popped big time at Jack Dempsey's for that. So, that was my highlight. Until yesterday, Sonny, when one Trinity Fought 2 hit me up on Instagram.
No way.
Oh, yes.
Did she say to stop texting her?
No, she didn't, Sonny. She and I, it's me and her right now. So
Ooh.
keep it. She slipped into my DMs. It's all about me and Naomi. Shout out to Trinity and the Usos.
So when is the restraining order going to be?
Sonny, it's funny because it's true. But listen, we're in a happy phase. Don't ruin it.
Oh, okay.
But she hit me up, so shout out to Naomi. That was my high, seeing that. The low was everything else at the Royal Rumble was the low.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar pissing on half the men's roster. Pretty bad. Him calling Keith Lee, who's this motherfucker? His exact words. Okay.
I also read his lips where he said, "Oh, big boy
Big
now."
boy, yeah, he
Why
said
you call him boy?
Yeah, you know, it was like, okay. So yeah, you know, the rest of the show was a big epic fail. But many people like the show. So, intern,
No.
highs and lows, please.
All right, my high is kind of tough. It's either the Edge, but most likely the Universal title match.
Really?
I enjoyed that a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. It's just the Daniel Bryan coming. It was good for a strap match that I'd never seen in like who knows how long.
Shout out to Strap
Strap
Ons.
match. I think it was
No!
good. It was.
I thought it
Yeah.
wasn't that
I thought
simulation
it was-
a strap-on match. No, Wasn't
No.
that- no, no.
Should just kept it going.
I read that all wrong. Then
Yeah, it definitely did.
shout out to Sex Toys.
I think this was the longest match that the Fiend's ever had.
How long was it? That's what he said.
Oh.
Sonny.
Probably
Please
a
don't-
20-minute
don't
bout.
Please don't add into it.
20 minutes.
Oh, that's the longest the feed has gone since JoJo. Shout out to JoJo.
Yeah. Shout out to JoJo
She's all in the Firefly Funhouse.
or the Firefly Funhouse is all in.
Shout
In
out
her?
to receipts. So let me ask you a question about Daniel Bryan.
That was a great match, though. I ain't gonna front. It really was a great match.
But how much does he really have left? Because he's another one who's no spring chicken.
No, but I mean,
Is
I
the
mean,
Yes Movement still hot? Because it used to be hotter than an STD clinic.
So-
Is it still hot?
So here's the thing about Danny Bryan and also to discuss their match. I love the story they told. It was, you know, the physicality of the match is one thing, but it's the little nuances that they did, where Daniel Bryan is looking at the strap,
Strap on.
and then look strap.
I heard you.
Yeah, and then he looks at fucking asshole, and then he looks at Bray Wyatt like, you know what, fuck it, we're going all in, and he hits him.
I love him.
And, oh, it's a fucking asshole.
I
Jesus
love all
Christ.
in.
Anyway, but like there was a lot of, real acting that was done, and it was really good acting that was done that really told that story, and I feel like him stumbling out of the ring and, having a hard time walking to the back, I felt like that dragged on a little too much.
Yeah, a little tiny bit.
But the match itself was amazing, and
Nez, are you still firmly behind Daniel Bryan?
Not really, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
After the whole fickle kind of shit.
yeah,
that
but
he
that was,
got on.
but you know what? That was a good thing they needed to do, because at the time you needed to kind of stop the yes movement because it was dying out, and now they kind of brought it back.
but do you feel it's hot? I don't feel it's hot. I feel we may have cooled off to this match.
It's cooled off, but it was on a steady decline. That instead of having the crowd turn on the yes movement, he turned on the yes movement, and now he brought it back. That now it's kind of like leveled out. So now it's going to be a regular thing, but it's kind of like, think about it like this, and not to put it in the same category, but in a way, this is how it's going to be. When R-Truth comes out and says "What's up," the crowd still gets hot,
Jesus fucking Christ, honey.
but it's not as hot as when he first came out.
Jesus.
But it's at that steady thing that it will can maintain what it is for as long as it is. That's where the yes movement is. It's gonna maintain where it is for as long as it is.
But
Sonny.
back at my low is definitely the women's match. The women's, yeah.
Wait, the women's
The
match
women's
or the
Royal
women's
Rumble.
Royal
The
Rumble?
Royal Rumble.
Yes.
It wasn't booked correctly. Shayna should have won, but
Do you
Charlotte's
really
so
think
high.
Shayna should have won?
Yeah, I think, I honestly wanted Ronda to come. By the way, I think she threw shots at me on Instagram because she
Oh!
posted a picture and she was like, "Did you really think I'm going to come back?" I was like, "Wow, okay."
Yeah, that shit was kind of
Excuse
funny.
me.
a little bit.
She's obviously trying to get pregnant, Sonny.
Yeah.
Why is everyone getting pregnant?
But yeah.
Shout out to Seaman. I don't know.
And to
Shout
the
out to the
Edge
U.S. Navy.
Oh, Sonny. So yes, the low for me was a lot of the female match because let me tell you something, Sonny. Besides Kelly, who I don't acknowledge. What is a Tegan Knox? What's her name? Scotchy Motion. What was her name? With the
Shotzi.
green. Who?
Shotzi.
What? Who is this? Mercedes Rivera Rodriguez. Who's that? I don't know these people.
He is such a
Shout out to
asshole.
Kiki Palmer meme. I don't know this man. Sorry to this man. I don't know these people. And I don't know.
Dakota Kai.
First of all, the Iconics got pissed on.
Yeah.
Where were the Iconics?
Yeah.
Those were two spots right there that you could have not had Kelly. And you know who else you didn't need? Santina fucking Morella, Sonny.
That's true.
That shows me that women's wrestling is still not being taken seriously. With all they've done, with all them main eventing, even WrestleMania, somewhere backstage, Vince is still laughing at women's wrestling to have Santina Bloody Morella come out and
All
do
right.
what he did.
So here's my thing.
Put your thing away, Sonny.
No.
Be careful with your wording.
Yeah, I realized I need to be careful with my wording. Plus, it would have been like, here's my thing.
You know
But
what?
anyway,
I'm not doing it. Shout out
So-
to big dicks out there.
Yeah. So what I was trying to say was,
Wait till you see my dick.
no, that's not what I was saying, but
That's a good song, Sonny.
yeah, it is. It is.
Shout out to the Ying Yang twins.
So anyway, said throughout the entire women's match,
Yes.
you didn't have a lot of comedy moments.
You don't need them.
No. If you look at the men's match, there were ebbs and flows. You had some funny moments and some not funny moments. I feel like they needed a comedy spot in the women's match. It should have. I don't think it needed to be Santino Marella. It could have been the Iconics because they do bring a sense of humor to things with the way they come out. But that was the direction he went. Comedy moment, yes. The fact that they used Santino as opposed to, the Iconics, it could be justified as the nostalgia factor, but
If you,
it
if
wasn't
you
really
wanted
necessary.
comedy, you could have used the Iconics. If you wanted comedy, you could have used Vicky Guerrero. Let her do the excuse me spot. You could have used
But it's been
Jillian
done.
Hall. Do you remember Jillian Hall
That's been done.
with her
It has
singing?
been done,
She
yeah.
hasn't been back. Jillian Hall with
No,
the
but
off singing.
it's been done
That'd be
though.
fun.
They did it for Raw 25.
Yeah, okay,
It's like-
yeah.
No.
There were other spots, but the fact that they did this, and you know what? In today's climate, I am shocked that they would do that because you know how trans groups jump on anything. So I'm surprised they would fan that flame. Thank God all transgender people go to bed at 8 o'clock, or they would have been very upset by seeing Santino Marella prancing about in a bra, Sonny.
Yo, you can
Jesus.
find him at 6'5" Life
Oh,
on
goodness.
Instagram. His name is Teddy.
Shout out to all our trans listeners out there. You don't know what channel this is on, but still, you
Like I said, his name is
Oh,
6'5" Life on Instagram.
they know who I am, Sonny. Sonny,
Yeah.
are you going to give it up to Ricochet or not? Or do you want me to do it for eliminating Brock Lesnar? I'm going to allow you to do it, or do you
know
want
what?
me to?
So you know what? When you left, I actually was on the second floor and I was cracking jokes, and I just remembered that I was telling everybody, "Oh look, he went bing 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 Ricochet." So then, when he kicked Lesnar in the nuts, I went, "Oh, he made Lesnar's nuts go bing bing bing."
Pew, pew. Pew, pew. One and only Sonny.
After those kicks, yeah, Lesnar only had one and only.
Somewhere Sable's pissed. He's like, fucking Ricochet, god damn it.
She got enough kids from him anyway.
True.
So
And who the hell wants Brock Lesnar bouncing up and down on you every other day? So, yeah. So, for those of you who didn't watch the Rumble, Ricochet gave the assist to one Drew McIntyre to over-the-top rope Brock Lesnar, who was in there. What did he eliminate, like 10 people?
13.
13, my God.
He tied the record, I believe. Was
Jeez.
it? With Roman, I think.
no,
Or Braun? Braun. There you go.
Oh, shout out to Braun Strowman, Sonny. I love Braun Strowman.
but Brown doesn't even count though.
Yeah. The
'Cause
greatest.
I was done
Royal
at the
Rumble
greatest
match.
Royal Rumble.
Oh, no.
where there
That's
was
not-
50 people and they weren't even in a row.
Oh, God.
And plus, we
What,
don't
they just
count-
wandered in? What do you mean they wandered in a row? Like, you
No,
just
they weren't in a
eliminated
row.
people in the crowd? What?
No, it was like 13 people, one here, one there.
Oh, okay. So,
Not only that, you know what? You can't really count Saudi shows don't count anyway.
Sure.
But they counted it in the little Royal Rumble. You know the little Royal Rumble, the thing they do before they have it?
Yeah.
They do the whole rewind, this, that.
Yeah.
So they added it. So I was like,
Roman
okay.
had the record when it was like 7.
Seven, yeah.
Because he beat Kane 6.
Kane had it, yes.
Because Kane had, I think, 6. Then Roman had 7. Then Braun had 13 at Blood Money 1. And then
Shout out to Blood Money.
yeah, and then now Brock has it, but with Brock it's 13 in a row.
Yeah, because he was
Okay.
literally just eliminating them as they came
Yeah.
in, throwing them out. But then once he came up against Ricochet...
Yeah, and
you
big
can't-
shout out to MVP, friend of the podcast.
Oh, there's a legend for you.
And you know what? I've been meaning to hit him up. I saw the video on WWE.com, which was really heartfelt, where he was like, "I did it so that my son could see me wrestle." And it was so dope because his kid was it's like kindergartner age, and
Pregnant, Sonny.
he was watching his dad come out, and to see, let's put it like this: let's pretend you're a kid, and you see your dad come out dressed as like one of your favorite superheroes, and he's going into a wrestling ring. It's got to be fucking
I think
amazing.
that's what...
Amazing.
Isn't that why Goldberg came back? So his child could see
Yeah.
him do it? Yes.
I mean, it lasted 5 seconds, but it's probably like the best 5
Well,
seconds.
up until that point, he lasted longer than most of the other dudes did. So, but he came out with the whole Black Panther outfit,
Yeah.
did the whole thing, Wakanda Forever. Yeah, that shit was dope, man.
Shout
I
out
was
to
loving that
Black
shit.
Panther. See, that's a legend that we weren't
Yeah.
expecting. And look, there
Yeah.
is. So that's where the women's rumble dropped the ball, because we've seen Molly before. But
Yeah, but we didn't see her doing the
Mighty Molly.
Mighty
true.
Molly.
But there were other legends that they could have gotten, and they sort of wasted in on a lot of these, random NXT. And I think we've sort of made Shayna Baszler look a little weak now. If Charlotte
Yeah.
can just sort of. So.
Not really. I mean, she's still strong because she did go
the
in there
face.
and with that too. But she did go in there and she did eliminate a couple of people herself. But I don't know, man. I think you guys are giving the Royal Rumble a little bit harder of a criticism than I
So
personally feel.
what's your letter grade for the Rumble as a whole?
I would give it a B.
Oh, look at you. I'm generous.
Yeah.
Except with
I-
our paychecks. What would you give it?
I'd
What
give it a
paycheck?
B too. That's facts.
Look at
What
you,
paycheck?
you
Wait,
so
shut up.
generous.
Yeah, you're an intern. You don't get a paycheck.
Sonny,
Teddy's the only one that can complain about that shit.
for those of you out there, yes, Sonny is tight with money. As tight as Sonia Deville is with pussy, but tight nonetheless. Sonny, I'm going to give the
If
entire...
I was only that tight,
Oh, woo! To all
I
you
wouldn't be
lesbian
go-
listeners out there.
I wouldn't be going to AC every week. Sure.
Shout out to Atlantic City, the poor man's Vegas. Sonny,
More like Lazy Man's Vegas.
oh, good stuff. But they do have outlet malls, Sonny. I do like a good outlet mall.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this Royal Rumble an F, and the only reason I'm going to change that to a D is because Naomi came out. If Naomi wasn't there, this for me would have been a solid F. Sorry, I'm a bit more harsher than you two, but I am the former general manager, and what I say goes. Gentlemen,
It's ironic that he says
said
former
for-
general manager. Meanwhile, he's here more times than he was when he was the general manager, right?
I look at
Insane.
it this way. I do the best work because I don't really work here. You know when you work somewhere, you're tired of it, but when you don't work there, you do better? Think of it when you're fucking your side chick. You really put in the work there to make her happy. Meanwhile, at home, your wife is miserable.
So the Yep I Like Wrestling podcast is your side chick.
Yes.
This is
You know what? Fuck it. I'll allow it.
Yes,
Since,
you know.
since you're here anyway.
By the way,
Whatever.
Sonny, and unless the sex sounds like stirring macaroni and cheese, you're not doing it right. So for all you listeners out there,
macaroni in a bowl. Macaroni
if
in a
it's
bowl.
not to sound like that, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
Because guys swear they killing the pussy. You're not killing the pussy, Sonny.
Beat it up. You're
Unless
not.
it sound like you stirring mac and cheese, you're not killing the pussy, my nigga. You gotta kill that shit. You gotta dead the pussy. Son. I learned that from my barber.
So let's talk about Edge and
He be dead in
how
Beth Phoenix pussy.
How he
He deaded Lita's pussy too. He actually deaded Matt's pussy too, if you think about it. His whole fucking paycheck got deaded. Yo, Edge was fucking everybody, son. CM Punk. Oh dear.
You know what? So who would you put in like who is his contemporary? Would it be CM Punk?
What do you mean contemporary?
Like in other words, like who he would be his competition?
For ruining lives?
Oh well, for
For fucking around?
fucking around on the
CM
roster.
Punk.
CM Punk, right?
CM Punk
Most
had
definitely
AJ
CM
Lee,
Punk.
Lita,
So wait,
Maria
what,
Kanellis.
what was CM Punk and Edge's tag team be called?
Fucked up. Because you know when guys in the locker room see them coming, they're like,
No, I got it. Rated CM.
you just, we all have that. When you're in a relationship, there's that one guy in your group you don't trust. That's what fucking Edge and CM Punk were. You know they had the locker room shook. Like when they walked in, there was one guy like, look at these two motherfuckers right here. Like you texted your girlfriend, yo, don't hang out
Yeah,
with
don't-
Edge.
yeah.
You just get, we all have that grimy friend that,
If I catch you with Edge, I'm gonna beat your
word
ass.
up. Like they had, well, they both had Lita, so that tells you a lot about Lisa right there. Oh,
Jeez.
poor Matt, poor Reby. Really?
Why Reby?
Because she's the one who had to scrape up Matt from the thing, you know?
Yeah, but that was so much longer after.
Sonny, you ever got cheated on and got fired when you didn't do anything? Like you can't, it can't get any worse than that.
Yeah, you know what? That's kind of fucked up. Yeah.
You know, Vince was like, yeah, pal, I know you got cheated on, but you're fired.
Yo, he got said he doing a Vince.
Yeah.
Yo.
Vince hadn't done that since China. Again, China got cheated on and Vince was like, yeah, sorry, Joni, but you're fired. Sorry about that. Can you imagine? You will shoot somebody. I would shoot somebody. Like, whoa, I got cheated on and you're firing me? Like,
Well, you're not high right now.
and your boyfriend cheats with your boss? That's extra fucked up because Stephanie McMahon should have known better. Sonny, I don't want to talk about this. It's too close to Valentine's Day. I don't want to talk about this any longer.
We should do a Valentine's Day episode.
Oh, shout out to all the side bitches out there who are listening on someone else's Wi-Fi account, you broke bitch. Sonny, shall we talk about Raw, please?
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about Monday Night Raw. We had Drew McIntyre come out, challenge Brock, beat some dudes, and then get his ass kicked by Brock.
Pretty much.
And that's the
That's the
first
end of Raw.
And that's the first 20 minutes.
There you go.
Do y'all know Brock Lesnar has worked more the past 2 days and the past 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yo, he's faced more opponents in the past 2 days.
he went home to Sable exhausted. He's like, yo, babe, I never worked this hard. He hasn't. How long was he in the Rumble? Like 30 minutes?
Vince was like, he pulled that card. He was like, hey, pal, you know how I let you work here and there? Yeah, for a Royal Rumble, I need you for the whole night, pal.
And then show up on Raw, too. Fucking Brock is exhausted. He had to go home and take an Epsom salt bath. He's so tired, sonny.
That motherfucker went home and slept. He didn't even need a fucking Avo PM.
Oh, he just went right to bed.
He was gone.
Sable's never been happier. Like, oh, thank God he's fucking asleep. Shit. So, what else happened on
You
Raw?
know who's also glad about that?
Who's that?
The animals in his area.
Oh, yes.
Like, oh, he not hunting us today.
He doesn't even hunt them. He just F5s deer, like with his bare fucking hands.
Against a fucking tree.
He's disgusting. You know who else hunts now? If you follow him on Instagram, Braun Strowman. He just bought a farm, all this land, and he hunts deer, and he skins them, and he kills them. He just would ice fit. Sonny, his beard, I'd like to sit on it. It's amazing,
Yo,
Sonny.
but think about this. Think about how fucked up that is. You have someone that like buys where you live at, and then they come out to try and fucking kill you.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, well, that's justification basically. But yeah.
Shout out to white people everywhere.
Them rednecks. Give him
Well,
the rednecks.
I mean, not all white people.
He's sexy, though, Braun Strowman. He literally did you know what an unboxing video is?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
when
I know,
when you buy something and you fucking unbox it.
Did he do like an ungutting video?
No,
and-
he
and
did an
ungutted?
unboxing video of a gun. Sonny, the fucking machine gun was this big. It was like 3 feet across. It's like, why the hell does a 6'10" man need a machine gun like this? And he was so happy. That's what made it so sexy. He's like, oh, yeah, my gun finally got here. He pulled the shit. I was like, the fuck is he hunting aliens? What the fuck do you need this big ass shit for? And then another day he was like, oh, he had a Band-Aid on his hand. I just wanted to kiss it, Sonny. He's like, oh, I cut my hand skinning a deer. That's the sexiest shit I've ever heard in my life, Sonny. Oh, Sonny.
So I think you should find out where he lives and
I know exactly where he lives because I Google mapped his farm, so I know where he is.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Yo, by
Speaking
the
of
way-
restraining orders, Sonny.
You know that whole Google mapping of shit. By the way, there's a documentary on Netflix that I saw.
Shout out to Netflix.
It's called "Don't Fuck with Cats." Yo,
Oh, God.
that shit is so weird. There was this dude that killed cats on the internet, posted the videos up, and then like when he did it, it was like it was almost like he's putting it out there, and all these like internet nerds are basically like, yo, we're gonna try and find him. And it's like a documentary about how they try to track him down. I'm on the second episode. Don't know if they caught him, but I'll find out. I'll let you guys know next week. But the shit is fascinating, even though Allison like already abandoned me because she was like, yeah, I'm not watching this shit. But yo, I'm into it. So
Sonny, you've missed the point entirely of Netflix. You're supposed to put it on and then have sex. You're missing the point of Netflix, so you're
But
watching. He's
TV
fucking
That's what
watching
she left.
shit over
That's what
here.
she left.
TV's really fucking good though.
You're doing this all wrong, Sonny.
All
Netflix and chill. For those of you listening, turn on Netflix.
Well, she went to the room to go watch a novella. So what the fuck?
That was your
Your
cue to
cue.
follow her.
I did, and she was like, "I want to watch my novella," and I was like,
You're
"All right."
supposed to force her to do it. You don't know shit,
That's
man.
rape.
Sonny, it's not rape if no one believes her. So this, it's... Oh, Sonny, I got to teach you, man.
So you know what? You know what? Those are the thoughts and opinions of Teddy,
What the hell?
and they do not represent the thoughts or opinions
First
of Yep
of
I
all,
Like Wrestling.
you
That is
can't
the
rape-
first disclaimer.
You can't rape anyone who lives with you. First
That's
off.
true.
Because when she runs for the phone, just take
Preach.
it from her.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What is that?
My job phone.
Ew.
That's disgusting.
I'm mad people got jobs and shit. So while Sonny's busy, Nez, let me talk to you
Just-
right. First off, if the girl tells you to wear a condom,
Right.
that's a setup. That's really a man, so don't fuck with that. Because no girl wants to really wear a condom, so that's a tranny. So don't fall for that.
Gotcha.
Second of all, here's what you do. You reach for the condom and then say, oh, is it going to rain tomorrow? That distracts them. And then you don't put it on. That's how you do
That's
it.
it. Gotcha.
And then afterwards, you be like, oh, sorry, I forgot to put it on. But it's too late
Too
because she's
late.
already pregnant. So-
All right, yo, I'm
Oh,
good.
Sorry.
Okay, cool.
We were just talking about WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yes.
How it's too fucking long.
Yes. It's literally too long.
Yeah, I mean, this shit's still going on from last year.
Oh, it's true. The only thing longer than WrestleMania is my receipt from CVS. This shit's too long, Sonny.
That's true. That's very true.
So, Sonny, Charlotte has not declared her opponent for WrestleMania. the Kabuki Warriors came out, and then Asuka delivered what I believe was a promo, although I thought she was ordering something at Starbucks. I couldn't understand a word she was saying. I heard macchiato in there. I don't know what exactly she says, but I think she challenged Charlotte at WrestleMania. I don't know. Could you all back me up? I don't know exactly what she said. I distinctly heard no foam. That was the last thing I heard her say, so I don't know.
You know what? That's exactly what you just said.
You know? And I hate that Kairi Sane was pumping her up.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't understand what she says either.
You know, Kairi Sane went from being a really strong competitor to her fucking Asuka hype man.
Yeah.
She's an Asian Flavor Flav. She's just hyping her up behind us.
It's like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, you know?
Instead of a clock, she has a fucking umbrella.
You know? And wasn't she injured? Wasn't she legit injured? Didn't Becky nearly kill her at TLC?
Yeah, she did.
But she was in the Royal Rumble. So it's like, wait, you're
Yeah.
not really injured.
Well, I mean, maybe they just didn't realize that she was well.
True. No one understands a word she says. She could have said, I'm dying, and no one understands it. I don't get it. But we've seen Charlotte and Asuka, have we not?
Yeah.
So I'm
I
a little
mean,
confused that
she's
we're
not-
going down this road again.
She's not going for that. I'm gonna tell you right now, she's gonna probably go for the SmackDown Championship if
Bailey?
Bailey is not the champion, because there's no way it doesn't make sense to have Bailey versus Charlotte.
I'm going to pose this question to you two, and then I'm going to remain completely quiet while I masturbate slowly. Is the women's division stale? Because I'm kind of over Becky Lynch as champion. So you two, take it away while I call up Pornhub.
It's very stale. I can see what you're saying because I love Becky, but it's starting to get really dry.
Why does
And
it feel like she's been champion since the
Since-
Attitude Era?
It has been. It's really tough to see. It's because the competitors that they have is not up to par.
I totally disagree.
I feel like we've got 50 fucking women back there. Shake it up.
I totally disagree. I think, to be honest with you, after watching AEW, which I enjoy thoroughly,
Shout out to AEW.
AEW's women's division sucks.
That's
Which ironically, Britt Baker kind of addressed head on Wednesday, where she was like, you know, this is my division, but she made reference to the fact that yes, people think this isn't a good women's division, but this is my division, and she kind of went on a whole tirade. But I found it interesting because it's like they're acknowledging that their division isn't that great, but regardless, the women in WWE are highly talented, put on very good matches. It's just storylines are not that great, and that's what carries a feud or a and a rivalry. The storylines, they're not doing enough with it.
I pose the question, sir. Does Becky need her belt taken away? Do we need a new champion? Has
Not yet. I don't think so.
You don't think she's worn out her welcome as champion?
Not yet. They just haven't done enough with the other women on the roster yet. So I think there's still more stories to tell with her being champion. It's just that they're not telling the story properly or pacing it well. Because that's the thing with, we all want great stories, but the thing that people forget is that we need great stories that are told well. You could tell a great story and fuck it up, and then it becomes trash. How many times have we saw potential in a feud that started to develop, and then it went down the drain because they fucked it up in one way, shape, or form?
AJ and Shinsuke.
Exactly.
AJ.
That's a Shinsuke Nakamura.
That's a perfect example. We've seen so many feuds that we were initially excited about that ended up getting screwed up for one reason or another, and then was just like, whatever. So, WWE has that tendency of where they'll have something really good, but they don't know how to finish the follow through.
Quick, Sonny. Who are the women's tag team champions?
Asuka and Kairi Sane, because I'm not going to say their fucking name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Does anyone care about these women tag team titles?
No, they do
No,
not.
not at all.
Okay, so
All that is a merch grab.
Okay.
They're just doing that just to sell
So
belts,
we're all
which they're
on the
not,
same
and which
page.
they're not doing a good job of it anyway.
okay.
Yeah.
Also, Liv versus Lana. Is anyone invested in this?
I'm invested in watching it.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
sorry.
about to say I'm invested in watching.
So
it.
we can all admit that the women's division is on a decline.
Well, it's on a decline because they're showcasing the wrong shit.
Okay.
They have great talent. they're just not doing the right.
So it's not taken seriously.
No.
Which
Yeah,
harkens
no.
back to Santina Morella. I mean, Liv Morgan rolled around in a bathtub for 3 months to come out to be a fake lesbian with Lana.
Yeah.
And I understand where maybe they are trying to give Lana something, but then you've wasted Liv Morgan because I believe she can actually wrestle, if I'm told correctly.
Yes, you can.
So it's just like, okay, so the basis of this is they were in love, which they've never gone back to. Like, they've never explained, we dated, I love you, I don't. It's just, okay, let's just pretend to wrestle and catfight.
It would have been. It was. They did it as a shock value to make it seem like they had a off-screen romance.
But it wasn't shocking.
It would have been better to just say, she was dating Bobby and it didn't continue.
It's like they're not taking it seriously.
Yeah.
This is what I thought. When she kept throwing those little bathtub little promos or
Yes.
whatever, I thought she was going to join, shockingly, The Fiend for some odd reason.
Many people thought that.
Because the little blonde doll that he had in one episode, I thought that's what it was. That would have been perfect for Liv.
Victor especially thought that.
I think a few people actually thought that, but never in a million years would you have thought she was going to come out to be a has-been, what we call has-been lesbian. So it's just, and then she eliminated Lana at the Rumble, and then they did the catfight spot, and I love a catfight. If I'm bored by a catfight, it's not tickling my pickles, Sonny. Speaking of pickles being tickled,
We really don't want to know about that.
oh, shout out to pickles. By the way, Nez, if a girl eats a pickle, she's a whore. Sonny, is Edge alive? Because Randy Orton hit him with 18 chairs, and I'm worried about him. Beth Phoenix is happy, but I'm a bit worried.
Yeah, you're not gonna see him for a while.
Yeah. Now, honestly, when he came back, I was really scared because Edge seems to be a little fragile. Do you think that?
It's called old. Yes. It's called old.
Yeah. I just
So-
get scared every time he hits a spear.
So
He did the concerto? Is that
Yeah.
what that used to be called?
yeah, the concerto. So
Yes.
I wasn't surprised. I wasn't not surprised by them doing this. I didn't think it was gonna be Randy, but hey, you know what? It makes sense because put him in the ring with someone that he'll trust and that's gonna make sure they take good care of him in a feud. Because I mean, some of the best feuds are done with people who are best of friends because they trust each other. They make sure they take care of each other, and they know how to make it look as brutal as possible within the parameters of keeping each other safe. With that said, Randy Orton makes sense, and the other thing is taking Edge out now is part of the room. It goes in line with the rumor that's been put out there where Edge has signed a 3-year deal, but he's going to have sporadic appearances. He's not going to be a weekly attraction. They're going to treat him as a special attraction. So you put him out there. Right now, Randy took him out. You're not going to see him till, I would say, 3-4 weeks before Rumble.
No, so you're just going to see Randy putting ridiculous promos every week about Edge, and then he'll just
He's
show
probably,
up?
he's probably going to go in another direction
Oh.
because now that Randy's gone full heel, you're going to see Randy beating the shit out of a couple of performers over the next couple of weeks. And as we get closer to Mania, all of a sudden you're going to see Edge return and be like, I owe you a receipt. And then that's going to be the match at Mania.
That's what they did with Orton one year when
Yeah.
he was with a feud with Taker. He took out Taker, and then all of a sudden on Survivor Series, which was like a couple months afterwards, Undertaker came back and they had a match at WrestleMania.
well,
so that's
Edge
how-
is going to be on kind of Undertaker schedule.
Hopefully it won't be the Undertaker on an Undertaker schedule. I can't take it anymore. Sonny, before we go, I've got 2 things to talk about. So you will pick what we talk about first. Do we talk about Andrade being suspended because he's a bit of a cokehead? Or do we talk about Brock Lesnar being afraid of Matt Riddle? Pick your choice. What's your poison, Sonny?
You
besides
know what?
Hennessy?
I already knew about Brock and Riddle. I want to hear about Andrade and being a cokehead.
Oh!
What? Because I know that he was suspended for a wellness violation, but I didn't know what it was.
I just assume it's coke because he's Colombian, Sonny.
Oh, you're an
Oh, yeah.
asshole.
But you
And he's
know.
not Colombian. Isn't he Mexican?
he
Is
is
it
Mexican.
Mexico next to Colombia, Sonny? Learn your history.
Fucking asshole.
Jesus Christ. So, yeah, he's been suspended. So, Sonny, you know once you get involved with Ric Flair, you pretty much become a drug addict. You need to...
Or an ex-wife.
Oh! Shout out to Flair's 12 ex-wives. So, in any event, yes, he was suspended due to
Wouldn't it be
wellness...
16, like the same amount of titles he got?
Yes, it's true. Yes. 16 times.
Which means which means you had to lose him 15.
He pays more alimony than I make in a year, Sonny. Yes.
It's true.
So, yeah, Andrade's been suspended, but he didn't have to drop his title. So I'm guessing that's the Flair influence. Charlotte was looking
No.
at Vince like,
No.
they're
Yep.
afraid of the Flairs. Like, you know.
It's not just Flair. It's also Heyman. Heyman is high on Andrade.
Not as
See
high
what-
as Andrade.
You never see what I did there?
Almost as high as Jeff Hardy. Yes. Oh,
Shout out to the Hardys.
shout out to the Hardys. Again, Reby. Shout out to Reby. Yes.
She got to deal with all that shit.
Oh, God. The Hardy compound. The
but
only
you
one-
know what? She's good because she's Boricua.
Shout out to Reby and Wolfgang. I love it. I love that she's named her son Wolfgang. So, speaking of, can we just say how gangster Matt Riddle is?
Yeah.
Because he poked Goldberg
Yeah.
to the point where Goldberg talked to him backstage, and he still punked him to his face. Goldberg was like, "Stop calling me bro." And this was what Matt Riddle said. "Sorry, bro." Okay, you know when someone does that to you when you're mad how badly you want to hit them?
Yeah.
And then Goldberg was like, "No, I'm serious." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm serious too, bro. I won't do it anymore."
Bro.
Okay. So this past Sunday at the Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar had a little bit of an altercation with Matt Riddle backstage. And again, Matt Riddle being Matt Riddle, Brock was whispered to him, "Dude, I'm never going to fight you, so just stop it." To Matt Riddle says, "Fine, bro, do whatever you want." You know, it's just that attitude that he infuriates you, but you can't hate this man. You know?
Did he go bro or did he go broke?
Apparently, like, they had an altercation, and Matt Riddle, being
Yeah.
his usual, self, infuriated Brock Lesnar to the point where Brock wanted to kill him. And Matt does not back down. He's
Nah, he
seriously
doesn't.
like,
I
you
mean,
know,
he was an MMA fighter too, so he don't give a shit.
so he wants to fight Brock. Brock's not having it, and Matt Riddle.
And he ain't having it because he knows that if he was to fight him, by doing that, he'll be putting Matt Riddle over. And I think he realizes, yeah, you know what? I'm not giving him the luxury of that. So that's why he's not going to fight him. But the thing is that's what makes it so fucking good. And that's why I find wrestling so interesting, because you could torment somebody, and if it's a star like this, like Brock Lesnar, by getting them to fight you, actually goes against what they want to do with you.
But the fact that backstage in a shoot, Matt is still like, "I don't give a fuck." That's the thing that is like, oh God, you want to choke him, but then you just want to be his friend. Like, you want to
Yeah.
hang out with Matt Riddle.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of getting high, you want to hang out with Matt Riddle, and he's like, I mean, come on, Goldberg and Brock Lesnar are two of the scariest individuals, and Matt's like, "I don't give a fuck."
he really doesn't.
He doesn't. It's
And
like-
the thing is, you gotta wonder, is like, does he really just not give a fuck, or is he just really fucking high?
true. You never know. You never
But
know.
the one thing I did hear about was that his entry into the Royal Rumble was a bit of a punishment because they kind of sunned him very quickly. Because I mean, it's not like he did anything substantial.
No.
And
But the crowd was just happy to see him, actually.
yeah, they're like, bro,
He's over. Although him and Pete Dunne winning the Dusty Classic, I felt you have perfectly good tag teams. Why did you slap these two to make them into? It's like you're wasting all these great tag teams who could
it's
really
becau-
use it.
But here's the thing that right now what's going on with NXT is that you have NXT and NXT UK in a position where WWE is trying to get them over as much as possible because they are being spotlighted on such a big stage. NXT now is on national television.
Which
Yeah.
I hate, by the way. But yes.
I mean, yeah, but you know what? It was them doing that in order to build the third brand, and to further my point on that, at the end of the night of Royal Rumble, it was Sharmell who's a frequent follower of Yep I Like Wrestling.
shout out to Sharmell.
Sweetheart of a person. It was Victor. And it was Chris Harris from Unpopular Review.
Oh, brother.
And we were outside talking, and also David Bell. And we were talking
Shout out
about
to David.
the Royal Rumble, talking about who Charlotte might face. And you know what? I that's behind closed doors. But you know what? I said, don't be too surprised if you see Charlotte, go for the NXT champion,
Who is the NXT champion?
Rhea Ripley,
Rhea Ripley.
because
yes.
she has the opportunity to challenge the champion of her choice, and because of like say, Worlds Collide, aka Continents Collide, you know.
To be honest.
By the way, if you want to hear about what we thought about Continents Collide, aka Worlds Collide, go to our YouTube and to our regular audio podcast sources for that wherever you listen to us. We did an episode 113 with Unpopular Review where we broke down the
God,
Worlds
man.
Collide pay-per-view.
Sonny, unpopular review is everywhere.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like syphilis. Dear God.
Yeah,
You,
You've
the
had that-
intern,
you-
were there.
You've had that a couple of times, right?
Twice, Sonny.
Oh,
What I did last week is my business. I don't
Yeah.
know how this vectors into that.
Yeah,
okay.
but anyway, so yeah,
Shout
so
out to syphilis.
yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know. If really want to shout out syphilis?
I mean,
Well, shout out to you.
STD.
So,
Shout out to Maria Kanellist,
hey, she's a mother. Leave her alone.
mother of all head. Sonny,
But yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised if she goes after Rhea Ripley for that championship, even
tell
though
you
she's
no.
already had NXT, and it still seems like the C show, but you never know.
I feel her winning the NXT would be sort of a step down. She's already run 10 championships. She's beaten the greatest woman ever, Trish Stratus. If she goes back to NXT, it's sort of like fucking your ex. Yeah, you'll do it. No one actually wants to, but when there's no one else around, sure you will. Like, that's how it feels to me.
Okay.
You know?
But Ray Ripley would be nice to see her in Charlotte. But maybe if she gets called up, if she drops the title.
No, but she won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
What champion does she challenge? If she challenges Becky, come on, we've been there, done that. If she challenges Bailey, we've been there, done that, and
Nobody
be
would
kind
like
of
it.
boring.
Yeah.
We don't want to be there again. And Rhea Ripley, I'd like to see that. I would be interested in seeing that.
I just want to see something different. I mean, shake up these women. There's so many of them, but I don't know. But also, what I'd like to say, Sonny, is I have some shout-outs, too. There was a lovely gentleman that was with us at Jack Dempsey's on Sunday. He goes by the Rated X Superstar. Do you see what he did there, Sonny? That's creative. His name was Hector. He was sitting at our table, sir. Thank you very much, sir. You were very funny. Thank you for coming over, meeting me, taking a picture.
RX Superstar, my dude.
Yes.
What's up, Junie?
So good. Also, one Chrissy Harrison, who is always around. She's
Yeah.
always very popular in the page, too. Thank you, Chrissy, for supporting us. Anne-Marie Lance, another one. Thank you so much, Anne-Marie.
And hope you're doing well.
Yes, and Kenny Andretti. Yeah, another one, very vocal in the page, so that we have
What
such
up,
great
Kenny?
supporters. Yes, but getting back to NXT right quick. Here's the problem with that. When they were given that TV deal, they were then put on par with Raw and SmackDown. Without the TV deal, it was always, I have to do good so I can make it to the big show. So you saw the hunger, and you saw them outshining Raw and SmackDown.
With some of them. Some of them all.
I've never
like-
seen a bad NXT match.
No. It's not. It's not about having a bad NXT match. You're saying that they would always have that hunger, like they want to graduate to the main roster.
Yes.
You have a good amount of them that don't give a shit about the main roster. They want to make NXT the
Well, that's what I was getting
main
to.
roster. Oh, okay. I'm
My
sorry.
problem with that is now that they have a TV deal, we have people there who are like, well, I don't want to leave NXT because this is the better show. So I'm
No,
going
but
to
that
stay
was,
here.
but a lot of that sentiment was
Tommaso
before.
Ciampa
Yeah.
said that. He literally
Ciampa.
said, if Tommaso Ciampa,
Yeah.
he literally said, if you ever trade me to SmackDown, I will then retire.
But he was saying that before they got the USA deal.
So that I think that's a detriment. Like for them to want to stay back, you should always want to get to the big show. Like I want to be on ESPN, but until then I have to put up with you jerks. But still, you should always want to get
Yeah,
to the big show. Like, not the real big show, Sonny, but like you got what I mean.
No, yeah.
So,
and,
I think-
and
but with
thanks
this TV
thanks
deal,
for being
I
called a
think-
jerk. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sonny,
Yeah.
it's funny because it's true. Sonny, but it's like with a TV deal, if you're happy there, you don't want to go.
Yeah.
Like, does Velveteen Dream still want to be called up? No. Now that he's on TV, he's like, well, no.
But like I said, some of them were feeling this way before they got the USA deal. I mean, let's go another route. How many talents that have had a good career at NXT have gone to the main roster and this shit doesn't work?
Whew, Sonny, so many.
Exactly.
I
So
don't name names, but his name rhymes with Shinsuke Nakamura. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's the NXT curse.
Yeah.
Oh, the poor Viking Warriors, they still don't know what their names are. It's terrible.
yeah,
God.
About EC3.
Oh, forget it.
Can we have a
I
moment
mean-
of silence? Goodness.
It's so hard.
Shout out to Boyz II
say.
Men. It plays at every black funeral.
EC3.
He's just, oh, poor thing. Yeah, it's an NXT curse. It
Yeah,
really
I mean,
is.
and it's funny because like when you think about the talent that's come from NXT to the main roster, if we're still calling it the main roster, the ones that were successful in NXT are not successful on Raw, SmackDown, and then the ones that sucked on NXT are doing very well on Raw and SmackDown. Isn't that ironic?
It is. It's a bit ironic because
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss had no NXT career, and now she's
Yeah.
gotten the championship 5 times. So there is. It's a weird. Well, Ricochet's done really well, but then again.
Yeah, but he wasn't even on NXT that long though.
Yeah, long. Yeah, he didn't need to be, Sonny, because he's amazing.
Pew pew pew.
Shout out. So on
This
that
is-
note,
This is so cheesy.
Yeah.
It's like
Why
it's
are
like
you so
why
jealous,
why
though?
Why you have
no,
to
it's
add
not
that?
jealous.
Why are
It's
you
like
jealous
no,
of
no.
us?
It's look, Ricochet was cool before they added the pew pew pew. Ricochet.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I love his pew pew. Why are you jealous, Sonny?
No, I'm saying pew pew, not pew pew. You know, dude.
He's amazing. Would you just give us credit? Would you be happy for us, Sonny? You can't even be happy for us.
I'm happy for you guys. It's just listen. I'm not happy for his music. I think his music is cheesy.
Very-
I think the beginning of his music is cheesy.
Yeah.
One and only.
That's dope.
Yeah.
But when it starts off with pew pew pew, it's like
it's like a little gun, Sonny. Pew, pew. So, before we go, what do you think of NXT? Does it make your pants dance?
Sometimes, but it depends.
Shout out to Mercedes. Do you still like her?
Ooh.
No,
We're-
that was a hesitation,
we're-
Sonny. I think
yeah.
he's over Mercedes.
Yeah, we're done.
Oh, he's
We're-
over Mercedes.
Wow.
Sonny.
She's been
see that.
bitching like she does backstage. It's,
Wow.
He's over. Our little boy is growing up.
What do you mean hour?
Oh,
Like I'm having a kid. Like he's like my kid with you.
is the intern. Did you bring his sugar cookies? Because he's been bitching about
No,
those
no,
for
no, I
weeks. Jesus.
Yeah, you fucking still didn't bring my sugar cookies.
No,
I thought we
sugar
were done with
cookies.
this, but okay.
Goodness.
I'm
What do you
never
think of
bringing
NXT?
sugar.
sir?
We at least pour me some fucking water.
We're over this again.
Yo, wait. You
Just
know
tell
what?
him you're not doing this.
I'm not doing this with you, Sonny. We're done. We're done with
We're
this.
done here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we're
some
done.
bullshit, yo. I swear to God, yo.
Enter my ass.
The fuck, yo. You know,
It's like Batista with Melina. We're done here.
I don't pay you, Teddy, because I don't pay you. But you're an intern. You're not supposed to get paid. But you're supposed to do everything that we say.
Well, upwards.
Yeah.
You've turned heel, so
Yeah,
yeah, everyone else is going to. I'm the only nice one now, so goodness.
Nah, pretty much.
So, what do you think of NXT, sir?
NXT, nobody should get called up. It should be called one of the third show. It shouldn't be called just the Raw and SmackDown being the main roster. I think it's past that moment because NXT is not just a development show anymore. They expanded to the UK. It's a big thing, and people down there, they never, whoever you are, you get a match and you put on performances. Keith Lee was not supposed to be there being this over wrestler. He just came there, put on a couple matches with that foreign guy. I don't know his name. I forgot his name, but they went back to back. Yeah. And they had great matches, and now he's over. So it doesn't matter wherever you are, but NXT is definitely a platform for you to start and to stay there for a while. Finn Balor went back there, and look what he's doing.
It's true.
Oh,
April hasn't slid so much until now.
until
Finn Balor's just amazing. I wouldn't say that Keith Lee is over. He's too big to be over anything. But I mean, you know, goodness. Not as big as Samoa Joe, but Jesus.
Yo, you know what? NXT is only NXT in name only.
One and only.
The only no. Pew, pew, pew. Listen, I'm gonna say this right now about NXT. They are on the cusp of a come up because of the fact that once that deal that they have with Full Sail University expires, they're gonna be touring, and that shit is gonna make things be on another level because they are contractually obligated to Full Sail University. What is it, till the end of the year, I believe?
Yeah. Towards the end of 2020.
Yeah. So once that contract that contractual obligation is up, they're gonna be touring around. They're gonna blow up, and To be honest with you, wouldn't even be surprised if they actually overshadow Raw and SmackDown.
Imagine in the Garden. Oh
Well,
shit!
I would not be surprised because, you know, their storytelling and the way they produce shows feels so much better than Raw and SmackDown. I mean, you know what? Feels better than Raw. SmackDown, I still can't fucking watch because this is on fucking
Yeah, it's
Fridays,
weird.
man.
It's
First of all,
weird.
Sonny, nothing feels better than Raw. And secondly, I think you are right, sir. NXT has always been the better product than I've started watching them.
Yeah.
So somehow Vince will fuck it up too. And on that note,
Unless he
sir,
retires.
Sonny!
Keeps his eye on the XFL.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
still happening?
Yeah, bro.
Son of a bitch!
Bro.
Oh, shout out to Matt Riddle. The XFL. Oh, God, the XFL.
Yeah, man.
God. Is that chick you bang when you're drunk? That's what the XFL is. Fuck.
Shout out to I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Shout out to everyone I've slept with. Yes.
Shout out to my early 20s.
Oh, goodness. That's what you're supposed to make.
And my
Make
late-
all your mistakes now, Next.
and
Do
my,
it.
and my late 20s. But
Jesus. Don't be like Sonny. Please don't.
you'll have a lot more fun.
For those of you listening, stop it. Fun is not good. No, go have
Shit.
fun. Go ahead. What the hell?
Says you. Said I had a lot of fun in my 20s.
Did you?
Yeah.
I can
Oh,
only
yeah.
imagine you in your 20s.
Shit. I can't even imagine myself in my 20s. I think of myself now. I'm like, damn.
That's when you're supposed to make all your mistakes when you're 20, and then you deny them in your 30s.
Nah, I ain't denying this shit. I'm just like, damn.
You know, the best part, when you and I were in our 20s, we didn't have fucking social media and mobile phones with cameras.
I think that's why.
You, sir, be careful. I don't want to see anything on the internet.
You know what? Yeah, I think that's why my 20s was so good because it was right before the social media hit. Yeah, forget it.
There wasn't a video recording with that bad thing we did.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, I was,
Do you know I fucked a guy with one leg one time? I didn't know he had one leg until we got home and he took off the other one, Sonny. Thank God there was not a mobile phone with a camera there.
so, the first thing that pops into my head is that movie, I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker.
Oh, Sonny, can we do that one for the podcast as well? I love that film.
Wait, yo, like, oh, that's okay. You don't have to be really a superhero. This is my real hair.
Oh, that whole
This
scene.
isn't my real chest. This is my real ass.
pulls off
This is my
everything.
real leg.
that whole
Don't make
scene
me
is
hop after you, honey.
fucking hilarious. That entire film. We've got to do that one.
Oh yeah, we're going when we do our movie podcast. I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker is gonna be
Got
one
to
of them.
be.
Yeah.
Thank God there wasn't a mobile phone when I was a kid.
So wait, hold up, real quick. I just gotta dissect this real quick. So if there was a mobile phone when you were fucking this dude with the one leg, you would have taken a photo of this dude with the one
No, I
leg?
felt that I would have been recorded like that because
So where would he get the one leg? The phone in his leg?
I don't know, Sonny. It
So,
was
like,
a lot going on.
No, because I'm just trying to understand. It's like, where does the connection with a mobile phone and a video
now phones are
and the dude with
everywhere.
one leg? I mean, is he recording you with one leg?
Phones are
I mean,
everywhere
no,
now, Sonny.
But is it in his leg? Or
How
is-
many? It's a whole thing on social media
I'm
called
just
being
like,
exposed.
no, but I'm just trying to get an
Yeah,
idea. Of
Help me
like,
out here. Let's
I'm just
ask,
trying-
let's
I'm
ask the
trying-
millennial.
No, but I'm trying to get an idea where the hidden camera is. Is it in
No,
his
it's
leg?
not hidden anymore because now kids will expose you, so they take pictures
So
while
is-
they're doing sexual
But
acts.
is there like a rampant thing about one-legged people,
It's just
like
about
taking
sex.
videos? Is like
No,
I'm
it's-
trying to understand.
I don't know. You can get it from anywhere at this point. There could be just people
So
at
it could be
your
people
window
with one leg and two legs.
Yeah.
What about people with no legs?
People
fuck it.
will record themselves having sex. Is what I'm saying.
all the denomination of the legs.
Yes.
Even with no legs.
No legs. Well, I've never fucked anyone with no legs. I'm not a barbarian, for God's sakes, man. Shit.
I'm just trying to understand like where we're going with.
It's a thing called
the
being
fact-
exposed.
But the thing is that you brought up the dude with one leg that you had sex with.
I didn't know he only
But-
had one leg, Sonny.
But the thing is, you're saying that if he had one leg, he would have been fucking video recording you. And I'm
Yes.
trying to understand, like, where the fuck is this coming from?
because
It's like,
everyone
dude, like, people-
nowadays records while they're fucking.
But is is it a higher probability with someone that has only one leg?
You're focusing on the legs, sir.
But
No,
I'm
you're
trying to
missing the point. The point
But I'm
is, nowadays, help me out here. Everything is recorded during sex.
Everything,
So
yeah.
when you blackmail them, it's called being exposed. They put your shit on the gram. Do we still
especially-
call it the gram?
But so
Yeah.
then it could have been with anybody that you were dating
Yes.
with. Whether they had one leg
But
or
I
no
would have
legs
been
or
more
two legs.
embarrassed had that one got
Yeah.
out.
Because he had
Although
one
my
leg.
ex-boyfriend is fat as fuck, I'd be embarrassed too. Oh well, actually, we did have phones when I fucked him. But yes. In any event,
Shout out to the FBI.
shout out to the fat, boring Italians. But yeah, that one-legged dude, that was a setup. Like I didn't know he had the one leg. Thank God it was.
Yo, can I tell you that I've been watching Impractical Jokers and that shit is
Oh
amazing.
my god, no shit.
They're fucking douchebags. I hate those men. I
Yo,
hate them.
Impractical Jokers is fucking
I
hilarious.
hate that show.
Yo, Allison came over to me. She's like, "Yo, what are you watching?" Because she heard me just fucking laughing my ass off. I'm like, "Yo, these guys are idiots."
You know what show I like? Cheaters.
Oh,
I love when they pull out
no,
the iPad
no,
and
no.
show this screaming bitch. And
wait,
then he
wait,
goes
wait.
into
Hold
the
on,
house
hold on,
right
hold on.
there.
Hold on. I've been dying to do this shit on the podcast. Hi. I'm Joey Greco,
Oh God, Joey fucking Greco.
and we're gonna be visiting with Elaine. Elaine has been dating Mark.
He ruins more lives than Edge.
And-
Joey
and-
Greco. He does. And he's always so like he's caring.
Yeah.
And then he's pushing the iPad. And look, right there, they go inside for 45 minutes. Does she need to know that? Like, why are you ruining this girl? Like, he's trying to like push it to make it worse. Like, oh.
And then they get into your car
oh, God.
and they drive to the Cheesecake Factory.
And
there-
then this is where
and
the
then-
one
and-
tear
and-
is coming. She goes,
Yeah.
he never took me to the Cheesecake Factory. And then he keeps it going. Like, he makes it worse.
And that's where they ordered the specials for the night. It was
With
fat-
your credit card. Like, he like, oh, my God. He makes it worse. You know?
Yo, you know what? I really, if
Shout out to Cheetahs.
if there was ever a celebrity guest I wanted to see on WWE, it was Joey Greco.
Yeah. He would be busy backstage. Like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
been a lot of
yeah.
cheating. He'd be
Yeah.
very busy backstage.
Oh my God, that should have been so. You know what? They need to. All right, you know what? You want to get me? You want to get me invested into Lana and
Lashley?
and Lashley and fucking Rusev and all that shit? Give me cheaters, bro. You know what? Do a cheaters episode where Lana's back with Rusev. That's how you get me back into this shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Yo.
That would be the lowest form of everything. Like, I'm done.
Yo,
I'm
you gonna tell me
completely
that you
done.
wouldn't want to see Lana and Lashley
I'm
and
tapping out.
Rusev on cheaters?
Call Conor McGregor because I'm
That
tapping
you
out.
that you
I
would
can't
fucking
do it anymore.
So
I
like
can't
basically,
do it
okay,
anymore.
so obviously Lashley would be the one that'd be cheated on, right? And he would
he's
just be in
black.
that monotone. Yeah, Joey. I was looking for Lana, my
He always
wife,
talks like that.
Lana, right?
Then Joey hypes it up. She's outside Rusev's house in your car right
So-
now.
so-
like, fuck.
So Bobby, we've been tracking Lana for the past 7 days.
It's just fucking terrible, I swear.
And we have some interesting information for you. Would you like to see?
One tier.
I love how he always wants to say, "Would you like to see?"
Always.
Fucking
But he
asshole.
already has the
Motherfucker,
iPad
that's why
playing.
she's there.
He already
Well, that's
has
why
the
he's
iPad
there.
playing. Like,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
Oh my God, yeah.
Shout out to Cheetahs. Thank you.
I think I'm gonna go home and watch the fucking Cheetahs
Good
marathon.
stuff.
There's always like a Cheetahs marathon on VH1.
so many fucking
Because they don't have anything else to put on.
Yeah,
VH1.
yeah.
You're supposed to have sex. What are you doing watching this shit?
By the time I get home, my ass is gonna be knocked out.
Perfect time to have sex. Is anyone else here listening to this? Jesus.
Why am okay? You know what? That's rape again, because she's asleep.
Rape schmeep. Sonny, end this podcast so you can go home and have sex, please. Nez, you too. Go home. I'm letting you have sex as well. Go ahead.
With who?
Anybody
Wow,
feels. Go do it, my friend. Go live.
Well, thank you for joining us. That is a wrap of the Yep I Like Wrestling podcast. Even though, how much wrestling did we talk today?
I don't recall much, Sonny. I think
Like
I sipped
10
your
minutes?
Hennessy by accident. I don't know anything.
Please follow us on all podcast platforms and on all social media by searching at YEPILW.
Everywhere.
This has been a fun conversation, for lack of a better word. And we'll be around next week. So, on behalf of this episode, my name is Sonny Sofrito, and today I was joined by.
The greatest former general manager in Yep, I Like Wrestling history.
Who shows up more than ever before.
Oh.
And I was also joined today by.
The incredible intern Guadalupe.
Oh, Guadalupe.
Who still hasn't brought me my fucking sugar cookies, bitch ass motherfucker.
We're not doing this.
Like I said, we're not doing this. We're not.
Man, fuck both of y'all. Thank you for joining us. Peace out. Bye.
Deuces.
Suck on that, bitches.
Chopped cheese.
Yeah, I want to chop cheese right now.
So do